The O'Reilly Factor's on tonight.
I, as an American, feel it's very wrong to shoot unarmed teenagers 6 times, once in the head.
And you feel like you have all the facts to know that?
No, but that's what I feel as an American.
High-profile liberal people continue to convict police officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of Michael Brown. The grand jury's decision could come at any time. Ahead, we'll tell you what's new in Ferguson.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be announcing here from the White House some steps that I can take to start fixing our broken immigration system.
And we will be here right after the president's announcement to analyze. But tonight, what the folks think about the immigration controversy. Also, Dennis Miller on global warming possibly causing war. And Dick Cavett.
Sis boom ba. Sis boom ba.
On the funniest Americans ever.
Describe the sound made when a sheep explodes.
Caution. You are about to enter the no-spin zone. Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. We have 2 mini memos for you this evening. One on the racial situation in Ferguson, the other on President Obama's immigration order. The president's set to speak to the nation tomorrow, Thursday, about 8 p.m. It's widely expected he will legalize about 5 million undocumented people, many of whom have children who are American citizens. There will also be other immigration orders in his executive action. As everybody knows, this is extremely controversial, and a new NBC Wall Street Journal poll out today breaks it down this way. Do you approve or disapprove of the president taking executive action on immigration? 48% disapprove, 38% approve, 14% no opinion or unsure. Putting emotion aside, the issue is not really about the 5 million undocumented human beings. It's about President Obama challenging the Constitution. Talking Points has said it before, the president should wait and give the new Congress a chance to pass a fair immigration law. If Congress doesn't do that, Mr. Obama's legal position would then be stronger, allowing him to take unilateral action. But the way things stand now, surely the president will lose in the courts. I believe Mr. Obama knows that and well understands how divisive his actions will be. But he doesn't seem to care. And history will not look kindly on a sitting president causing a constitutional ruckus. Trust me on that. And that's the first memo. Now for the top story tonight. In the wake of the president's pending action, the question becomes a moral one. What's wrong with allowing foreign-born parents of American children to stay and work in America? What's wrong with that? Joining us now from Boynton Beach, Florida, the governor-elect of Texas, Greg Abbott, who has dealt extensively with illegal immigration in the Lone Star State as Attorney General. All right, so we'll get to the moral thing in a minute. You, I understand, are going to challenge President Obama in the courts almost immediately after he signs the executive order. Is that correct?
Bill, we are prepared to assert a legal action against the president because we believe what the president is doing is completely unconstitutional. He has a legal obligation to enforce the laws. Plus, immigration is assigned by the Constitution to the United States Congress to determine, not the president. The president has no legal authority to grant legal status to people who are here in the United States illegally.
So what are you guys in Austin, Texas going to do? Exactly what are you going to do, and when are you going to do it?
We will be doing it as soon as possible after the president makes his announcement. Of course, we want to see exactly what is in his announcement. But we're looking at 2 different types of legal actions. One is a violation of Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution, which is called the Take Care Clause, that requires the president to take care to execute the laws and clearly prevents this type of action the president is trying to undertake. And the second is Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution that gives to the United States Congress, not the president, the authority to enact immigration policy.
All right, so you're going to file on behalf of the state of Texas in federal court. Is that what you're going to do?
That's correct, Bill, because we have seen in Texas the consequences, and we've dealt with them from a cost perspective of the president's immigration policy, it was in the aftermath of the last DACA action by the president that we had more than 1,000 people coming across the Texas border a day.
Yeah, the kids. Now, do you expect other states to join you in this lawsuit?
We will be reaching out to other states, but Bill, because Texas was at the epicenter last time, because Texas will be one of the leading states suffering the consequences of this action, we believe we have sufficient standing alone. But just like in, let's say, the Obamacare lawsuit, where more than half of the states of the country joined in, we will open this up to other states to join with us.
All right. Now, let's put all the legalisms aside and get to the moral question. In Texas, you have hundreds of thousands of American children, border babies, who were taken here illegally by their parents, but born in the USA, therefore they're American citizens. Their parents are not. Their parents are illegal aliens. President Obama says, look, for humane reasons, we're going to let them stay and work here. We're not going to give them citizenship. What's wrong with that?
Well, Bill, there are two things wrong with that. One is it really is just a hoax on the people he's offering that to, because he doesn't have the legal authority to grant them any rights whatsoever. To grant them rights requires official legal action, either by an administrative agency or by Congress. And so for the people involved, it's nothing more than a hoax. But there's a bigger inhumanity here, Bill, and that is it was after the president did this last time, we saw all those children come to the border. Understand this, many of those children never made it here because they were killed along the way. Other children were tortured, others were raped. It is the United States and the president would be an accomplice to the inhumane way that people would be treated who come here or try to come here because of the order.
This will be another magnet. More people will come, more people get hurt. But you're almost dodging my question, Governor. That's not like you. The people here already, all right, the parents, foreign-born parents of American citizen children, what's wrong with letting them stay? Say you seal the border. Say he's got to, you know, say you knocked it down so they couldn't come into Texas. It's a pipe dream, but let's be theoretical for a moment. Morally, what's wrong with giving them a break and letting them work, not citizens, but letting them stay? I think it's a 2-year deal right now, and they have to do a number of things. What's wrong with that?
Because, Bill, the way the president is going about doing it doesn't really achieve the goal of what you just articulated. The president doesn't have the authority to give these parents any rights whatsoever. And in fact, in his announcement, he will not be giving them any rights. If he were to do so in a way that would be a valid legal process, then it would be subject to challenge and would be overturned in court.
All right. So you don't want to really get into the morality of this thing, do you?
Well, listen, the morality bill, look at the bigger question, and that is any country that has lived by a dictator fiat methodology has wound up in chaos.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I think the president, as I said in the T points, is causing a constitutional ruckus that is going to reflect history poorly on him. I do feel sorry for some of these illegal alien people here and their children. I do. As a human being, I feel sorry for them. So it's very difficult. I think the president is going about it in the wrong way. I'm going to be quite clear. I think Congress would absolutely pass something that's fair. I have faith they would, but he's not giving them a chance. Hey, Governor, let us know what happens, and we really appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Next on the rundown, why do some liberal Americans continue to convict police officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of Michael Brown? Why do they do that? We'll have the T points. And later, Miller on Charles Manson getting married in prison. The Factor is coming right back.